Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're in a different location again, which maybe you guys know by now means we're filming a get ready with me. It's been a little while since I've done an actual get ready with me. I've done a few palette bingos recently, but I've been using the silver in my Too Faced Glamour to Go palette a little bit more lately, which is my Panda palette, or at least one of them. So I thought it would be nice to show you guys the look that I create with that. So it kind of turns out to be a little bit more of a taupey look because I'm combining that silver with a bronzy color and kind of mixing them together. So that makes it really wearable, even though like it's a full-on silver, which can be a little bit more festive, but the way that I've been using it lately, it's actually kind of offers appropriate. It is office appropriate, not just kind of. Let's just go ahead and take a look at how I got to this look right here. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I've already primed my eyes using that Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Jumbo Pencil just to put down a bit more of like a layer so that the colors will show up a little bit more. Just making sure I blend it out properly on both sides because I don't want it to be too white all over the place. Okay, so that's that, and then we're going in with the Too Faced crease brush, the Luxe crease brush even, and I'm gonna go into the gold shade right here that is in my Too Faced Glamour to Go palette. And that goes underneath my brow bone, kind of downwards a little bit more, so I've got something that my crease colors and stuff will blend in properly straight away as well. So that is step one. Then I'm taking a crease blush, and this one is from Hema, which well, I've mentioned a good bit before by now. Taking the pink shade from that Glamour to Go palette, and that goes in my crease kind of as a transition shade. This pink won't really show very much anymore by the end, but it works nicely to like blend everything else in. So that is next. Then I'm switching to another crease brush just to not have the colors mix up too much, and this one is from Sephora. Can't really see what it's called exactly anymore because all the letters have pretty much rubbed off, but the Sephora crease brush. And with that I'm going into the blue color right here, and that goes on my outer V part, and I'm also blending that one into my crease. I'm kind of getting used to having that blue in my crease instead of the taupey color because I just finished off the taupe. If you see my Panda palette video, you know. So the blue is a little bit different because it's a little bit more cool toned, so it gives the whole look a little bit more of a cool vibe, but it works. So yeah, anyway, going into the bronzy color in the Too Faced Glamour to Go palette with the Urban Decay. Also here the letters have rubbed off, so I don't really know, but this one came with the Naked palette. So taking that, and that is going on my lids. And right now with the blue, it's kind of contrasting because the copper is pretty warm and the blue is pretty cool. Why was it so hard to find that word for me? But anyway, then we're going in. What is this? This is the Instapop crease brush from Real Techniques as well. And with that I'm going into the silver, so into the silver of my Too Faced Glamour to Go palette. And that goes on top of that coppery shade. So it's not full on silver, because that kind of feels like a little bit too much for me sometimes. It becomes a little bit more taupey in the end, which actually works really nice as a subtle office appropriate color. And then we're going to start kind of to darken up the outer V. So I'm taking this Essence pencil brush and I'm going into the black that's in my Too Faced Glamour to Go palette. I'm going getting so close to hitting the side, but I'm just not there yet. And this goes, as I said, in the outer V, so I'm just kind of patting this on the side. And I'm doing the same on the other side, of course. And then I'm taking that crease brush that has the bluish color on it, and I'm using that to blend that black out a little bit. And then I'm taking the pink just to blend out the blue a little bit more. So that my crease doesn't look too chunky or anything. And then lastly we're going in with another Too Faced. This is an angled crease brush, 202, in case you were wondering. And we're also taking that one into the black of my Too Faced Glamour To Go palette. And that one becomes my eyeliner, so I'm gonna take a little mirror here because I cannot do this in the viewfinder. Just patting that on my lash line, so the base of my lashes will look a little bit more thick and voluminous. Okay, and that's it for the eyes mainly. So I'm just taking my powder brush to get rid of some of the fallout. And then I'll zoom you out a little bit while we do the rest of my face. So first of all, of course, concealer. I already applied a little bit on my chin area, but I still need to finish off underneath my eyes. So let's do that first. And for that I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer, and this one is in light neutral, because the light version is a little bit too light for under my eyes. So just patting this out. Always going a little bit on my nose as well. So basically I've got the redness covered that's on my nose as well. And I don't have to worry about applying foundation, because I haven't been doing that for a good few months now, which is actually kind of nice. Okay, then we're going in with some lipstick as a cream blush. I'm using the Catrice Lovely Rose, as I think most of you guys know by now. And then I'm going on with the Real Techniques stippling brush, just applying that straight from the bullet onto the brush and then onto my cheeks as a base for my blush. Next up is the Bourjois Healthy Mix powder, and I'm using the Real Techniques powder brush with that one, just going over my face to set everything. Also, when I feel like I've applied a little bit too much of that lipstick on my cheeks, it's a nice way to kind of blend that out a little bit as well. Okay. Then we've got a blush, and I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm going into the blush in my Too Faced Glamour To Go palette, which actually is the LA Colors dual blusher that I repressed in there. I'm kind of applying this like slightly under my cheek, so it's partly bronzer, partly blush. I just feel like that works better with my, like the form of my face basically. Just because when I put it on the apples of my cheeks, I feel like it really emphasizes kind of the roundness of my face, which is not what I prefer. So yeah, then we're going in with the Too Faced Snow Bunny bronzer. I think that's what it's called. I've repressed that in here, and I'm using the contour brush from Real Techniques to use this as my highlighter, because this is definitely not going to work as a bronzer for me. Okay, and what's next? We're going in with a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil again in my inner corners to put a little bit of a highlight in there as well. So this is the base for my highlight. And we follow up with the Real Techniques Detailer brush, and again that golden color in the Too Faced Glamour to Go palette. It's kind of funny to see that actually I'm using almost all the colors at this point that I have left, which is nice. Maybe the only colors that I haven't touched today are the greenish glittery shade and, well, then the black in this one, because there's no point in using the black from two palettes. Okay, I need to curl my eyelashes as well. Apologies if you do not like looking at this. And you'll see that I always kind of do this a few times. I'm going from kind of the base of my eyelashes a little bit higher up, so it actually curls instead of just puts an angle in my eyelashes. That's kind of my theory behind that. Okay, let's see. Eyebrows. So I'm not gonna do this full on camera because that's gonna be a little bit too boring for you guys to look at, but just to show you guys what I'm doing, I'm using another Too Faced angled eyeliner brush, the 202, and I'm going into Naked mainly. So I'm basically like going in there like 3 times, and then I'm doing a little, just that, in Buck to darken it up a little bit, because I like the coolness of Naked, but I like that Buck is a little bit darker. But Buck would be too warm to use in my brows, and Naked is kind of too light, so together they kind of work out nicely. So I'm quickly gonna do my brows and then I'll be back with you guys. Okay, my brows are done, and straight away I've also gone in with my Clinique High Impact Mascara to do my eyelashes. And that only leaves me with my lips. So the combo that I've been using the most lately is I'm using the Ceto lipstick from NYX, which, as you can see, is a little on the metallic side, which is not really my preference at the moment. But then I'm going in with the Balance Me Tinted Lip Salve in Super Soft Beige. As you can see, when I put that one on top, it gives it kind of more of a glossy finish as opposed to like a full-on metallic finish. And even though it's both more of a brown tint, which would be a little bit warmer, it's neutral enough to not clash with the coolness that's going on my eyes now, especially now that I'm using the blue in my crease as well. But yeah, that is the finished look. So this is how I've been kind of incorporating that silver a little bit more with my eye looks lately. Hope you guys liked following along. I hope you guys like this eye look as well. I do. I think it's really nice and offers appropriate. I'm able to wear this on a pretty much daily basis, so that's really nice. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!